All right, let's go ahead and get started. Welcome, everyone. So we're looking at digital library resources today. And I thank you for joining. My name is Austin Olney. I am the digital media specialist at the library. I do a lot of the technology programs. And if you want to communicate with me during this session, just go ahead and use the chat feature. I'll go ahead and put a message in the chat right now. So you see, I'll say, hi, all. And so if there's any issues or if you have any questions, put them in the chat here and I will respond. Okay, so without further ado, let's look at what we're doing today. So trying not to take too much of your time, but what I want to do is look at some of the more popular resources at the library. Right now, I update this session every time I do it. So it's basically the up-to-date version of what's the most popular resources, what's available, and I'll talk about any changes that have happened. I'm going to show you some examples, and then I'll show you what it actually looks like when you go to use these resources. There'll be a time for a Q&A, and then you can rate the session, and I will give you some links to what I'm referring to today. Really, you don't even really need any of the links. Really, you just need to go to our website to get any of our resources, www.whiteplainslibrary.org. And of course, I'll put that in at the end. But if you don't know already, that's our library's website, obviously, and this is where you can find pretty much anything related to the library, but specifically, you can find all of the resources that I'll be going through today. I have little symbols on each of the resources. If you see this green open square, that means that it's basically, if you have a connection to the internet, you're going to have access to this resource. If you see the White Plains Library card, it's just for White Plains Library card holders. And if you see the card with the Westchester Library System logo on it, then that means it's available to anyone in the whole Westchester Library System in any of the Westchester libraries. And so also, I have a little symbol if the app is, or if the resource is specifically available on mobile devices. So with a lot of these resources, you're going to need your library card in order. So you're going to have to be in good standing with the library, and your library card, you'll need the number and the the 4-digit PIN. Actually, you need the PIN. It's not necessarily 4 digits. I think by default, it's the last 4 digits of the phone number on the library card account. So you'd get your library card number, you'd put that in, and then the last 4 digits of your phone number that's associated with the library card. And that's how you're gonna access most of these resources. If you changed your PIN, obviously it's going to be something different. Sometimes, I know it used to be the first 4 letters of the patron's last name. So it might be either by default the first 4 letters of your last name or the last 4 digits of your phone number. Before I get into the main resources, I just wanted to point out that if you hover over My Library on our main website and you go to check my account, you can actually get into your main library account. So everything to do with your, checking the books that you have checked out, anything related to your library card and our actual catalog, you would access this way. So you go ahead and you put in your library card here and your PIN. Whew, okay, let's keep going. So like I said, all of the resources are available on our website. If you hover over on the main section where it says My Library and go to where it says Resources, you'll see the full list of resources. And I'll pull that up right now. So this is the full list of resources on our website. It's organized by tags. So if you're looking specifically for law resources, you could click on law and you see it pulls up the resources that we have related to law. I'll uncheck that tag and just show you how we have many, many, many resources, and probably too many to go through in one session. And that's why I'm going to point out some of the popular ones. But I encourage you to check this out on our website. Again, you go to our website, www.whiteplainslibrary.org, hover over My Library, click on Resources, and you can see the full list. But without further ado, let's go ahead and get looking at some specifics. So for ebooks, for getting ebooks through our library, your best bet, in my opinion, is Overdrive. Overdrive has a very large collection. There's also Libby, which is it's the same collection. Overdrive and Libby are pretty much the same as far as content. You're gonna have the same catalog of ebooks to borrow for your e-reader, but it's just presented differently. So Libby is the newer app. It's more suitable for mobile devices and beginners. So if you're not as comfortable with digital devices, you might want to look into Libby because it makes it easier. Personally, I go with Overdrive. I prefer Overdrive, but you really can't go wrong. It's a solid collection and available on most digital devices and gadgets that are out there. Another resource we have for ebooks is Freeding, and the collection is not as great with that, but you can find things that you might not find on Overdrive, and it uses a slightly different checkout system. I know you use tokens. You get a certain amount of tokens per month. Overdrive, it's just set up a little bit differently. If you want to find out more, you just go on our website, and each of these resources has its own landing page. So I'll show you what it looks like for Overdrive. So I'll go to the full list of resources and I'll find Overdrive, and you can see right here it has a link for getting help and then a link for going directly to the resource. So if you need help, it's available. Okay, so a couple of resources that are out there for everyone on the internet is Open Library and Project Gutenberg. Now, these are collections of ebooks. A lot of them are in the public domain, so you can download them, for free, and it's not like there's a checkout or return time. You just get the books. So if you're interested in something, if you're interested in the quote unquote classics, say, you might want to look at something like Project Gutenberg. For kids and teens, there's Tumble Books, which is a great, not only color books, children's books that are in color, but also it has a lot of interactive content. Tumble Books does, and there's also comics plus library editions. So if you know any teens out there who are into comics, obviously, but also mangas and those sorts of books, you might want to refer them to this resource here. All right, and as far as video content, we have Canopy and Hoopla at the moment. Canopy is very good for educational content. So I know there's a lot of history on Canopy. They have a lot of the great courses, which are actually great. I do enjoy the great courses, but lots of documentaries on Canopy that you can watch using your library card. Hoopla has been described as the Netflix for libraries. So you can find a lot of video content on Hoopla. Honestly, obviously, it's not going to have the same quality of content as Netflix, but you can find some good stuff on Hoopla. But it goes much beyond the video content. On Hoopla, you can find audiobooks, you can find music. There's even ebooks on Hoopla. So if you can't find what you want on Overdrive or Freeding, you can check out Hoopla for ebooks. So Hoopla is a very, very wide-ranging resource. You're looking for music content. There's Medici TV, which is a way. It's just for White Plains library card holders, but it's a way to find classical music concerts. So a lot of video content there, and then the Free Music Archive has a lot of music in the public domain that you can use and look at. But let's see. So yeah, for music content, we have both of these resources. Now, for students and children and teens, there's tutor.com, which is a resource we have that allows you to do one-on-one virtual sessions with a tutor. So it's very good for, obviously, students. If they need help with math, they can literally draw with their mouse the math formula. If it's a formula, what they're working on, they literally draw it, and it's a real-time interaction with a real person where they'll virtually get help with the problem. And there's also Kids Info Bits, which has many articles and magazines and educational content organized by topic. So if a student needs help with a particular topic, you might want to look up Kids Info Bits. And again, that's for anyone in the Westchester Library System, whereas tutor.com is just for White Plains Library card holders. Okay. And for more adult learning content, we have a series of resources. There's Reference Solutions, which is good. It's a good database for businesses. And Learning Express Library has online tests and tutorials you could use. One of our best, in my opinion, is what was formerly lynda.com, which is now LinkedIn Learning. Has a ton of content. It was lynda.com, but Microsoft bought it out. They also bought out LinkedIn. So LinkedIn has acquired Lynda, and but I can't say enough about what was formerly lynda.com, because it's taught me so much. There's so many courses on there, and it's such quality content. It's not like if you go on YouTube, you can find tutorials on a lot of digital skills. So if you wanted to learn how to Photoshop something, or if you wanted to learn photo editing or video editing or anything in the digital realm, you can go on YouTube and you can look up videos, but you're not going to be guaranteed quality when you do that. Even if it's a popular video, you don't know who's making this video. With LinkedIn Learning, you can trust that the person who's making the content is a professional in the field, most times anyway, but they're at least qualified to give the course. So anyway, LinkedIn Learning, great resource. And then there's Britannica School, which is another resource for finding out about different content. Okay, and then there's Ancestry.com, which is good for genealogical research and history research for White Plains Library card holders. And Consumer Reports, which is you're probably familiar with, but it's a great way to get ratings and reviews on various products that are out there. Very reliable. It's not like Amazon reviews where anyone can write them. Consumer Reports are a more reliable resource. Okay, and then as for non-digital stuff, we have museum passes. So you can get pass to various museums in the area for White Plains Library card holders. You can go to our website to learn more, and you can call our number to learn more as well, which I'll put both at the end. We also have a mobile hotspot program, so you can actually, if you don't have internet at any location, as long as there's service, I believe for Sprint, you can get Wi-Fi, and so this is a free device that you can bring with you that'll give you internet for your digital device. So just wanted to point that out. And finally, we are all over social media. So we're on Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, and Instagram. So if you're interested in following what's going on, as far as programs and different things to the library, I encourage you to go to our website. And at the bottom of the website, you can see the different links to the social media platforms. All right, and so that's my basic overview of the different resources that we have. We still have a little bit of time, so what I want to do is go ahead and play a video on one of the resources. It's a quick video on LinkedIn Learning, which is a resource, again, that I love and highly recommend. And What I'll do is play the video, and then we'll do a Q&A session right after that. So let me go ahead and get it going.
Learn more, achieve more. That's the message LinkedIn Learning has for individuals and organizations. Our goal is to help you and your employees discover and learn the skills needed to be productive and successful through a highly personalized, data-driven, engaging learning experience. LinkedIn Learning combines 3 core elements: diverse and high-quality content, personalized curation, and anytime, anywhere convenience. But it begins with content. Our content covers topics employees must have to be successful and topics organizations need to engage, develop, and retain top talent in today's competitive job market. Courses are taught by industry experts, all with real-world experience. Our business library covers courses on leadership and management, talent management, effective communication, strategy, and career development. Our technology library covers in-demand topics, including programming, infrastructure and operations, data science, and networking that are critical to software engineering and IT managers. Our creative library covers topics for CAD and creative professionals, with an emphasis on design and staying on top of emerging trends and technologies. In addition to our diverse content, unique insights from the world's largest professional network allow us to create a personalized learning experience for you and your employees. With 450 million member profiles and billions of engagements on LinkedIn.com, we have a unique view of how jobs, industries, organizations, and skills continually evolve. With this data, we can identify the skills you and your employees need and deliver expert-led courses to help attain those skills. These same insights also empower managers or L&D professionals to easily identify and recommend the most relevant content to their teams and employees. Today's workforce has more competing demands for their time than ever before. To help make it convenient to learn anytime, anywhere, our mobile apps for Android and iOS allow you and your employees to take our industry experts everywhere, including offline. We're proud of our courses and our platform, but mostly, we're proud that millions of people will acquire the skills needed to be more productive and successful. With LinkedIn Learning, we're introducing a revolution in learning and an evolution of you and your organization.